Check, check, 1, 2. All right, we getting ready to start, everybody. Welcome everyone to the 2025 Media Day. I am Adam Green, the Sports Information Director for Coahoma Community College. I will serve as your MC for today. On behalf of our athletic department and OCM, the Office of Communications and Marketing, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out today. First, we'll hear from our coaches and allow them to introduce themselves, and then we'll allow the players to introduce themselves as well. Give your name, position you play, and your hometown. And Ms. Faulkner, we'll start with you.
My name is Denisha Faulkner. I'm from Heidelberg, Mississippi. I'm super excited to start the season this year at Coahoma, and I'll let my players introduce themselves.
Hey, my name is Kiana Foote. I'm a sophomore and I'm a forward, and I'm from Blue Mountain, Mississippi.
Hey, my name is Araya Foote. I'm a sophomore. I play PG, and I'm from Blue Mountain, Mississippi.
Hey, my name is Mariah Fenner. I am from Como, Mississippi. I am a shooting guard.
My name is Mackenzie Christian. I am a freshman, and I'm from West Tallahatchie High School, and I play shooting guard.
Hello, I'm Dale Cannon, the head men's basketball coach, and I'm homegrown right here.
My name is Jaden Rankins. I'm a sophomore guard. I'm from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
My name is DeQuil Robinson. I'm a sophomore guard from Sardis, Mississippi.
My name is Jeremy Egan's. I'm a sophomore guard from Jonestown, Mississippi.
My name is Matt Ibrahim. I'm a sophomore center from Queens, New York.
All right, great. Let's give our men and women basketball teams a round of applause. Okay, we'll start with you, Coach Faulkner, with the questions. How would you describe the identity you want this year's team to have both on and off the court?
Well, our identity this year is going to be centered around how well we accept and how well we handle adversity this year, how hard we compete, and how much we communicate this year. I would like for us to be known for our defensive efforts and our toughness on the court. Off the court, we want to be leaders. We want to make sure, we're breeding women who lead. And so we're just super excited about this year.
Okay, great. And what have you seen from your players during the offseason that gives you confidence heading into this year?
Super excited and very confident about this group. In this off season, I've seen a lot of growth, and I believe that would be, if I could choose one word for this team, to describe this team, it would be growth. I'm just super excited to see them continue to grow.
Okay, great. Coach Cannon, next question's for you. Are there any returning players you expect to take a big leap this season in leadership or performance?
Of course. Next to me, Jaden Rankins, then Quez Rosen and Jerasmus Eagles, all returning players. I'm expecting a lot of leadership, starting in the locker room to the court, defensively communicating, and it spread throughout our team. We would go as far as they take us.
All right. How have the newcomers or freshmen adjusted to the program so far?
I have a newcomer, Ahmed, Brian Jean, Samuel Jefferson, Andy. I believe with the addition of those guys, with what we have returning, it would take us a little further because Ahmed can go inside, Brian is very versatile, Sam is just tough, and Andy can really shoot the cover off of it.
Right, cool. That's great. Coach Faulkner, I'm going to ask you about your coaching strategy. Have you made any changes to your style of play or system this year based on your roster strengths?
Well, in terms of our strategy, we definitely have to make sure we put our players in situations to be successful. So the strategy has not changed, I would say, but the way we use it, it does change a little bit, just depending on, our personnel. And we do have some guards who are a little bit larger than the average guards, and we don't believe in putting those players in boxes and confining them to the paint. So we're going to be able to allow them to stretch the floor a little bit.
Okay, great. Now I'm gonna ask about your community and your culture. What does the Coahoma community play in motivating and supporting your team throughout this season?
Well, Clarksdale is a very close-knit town, and we not only want them at our games, we want them at our practices. We want them to be a part of our journey, and we want to come into their space as well and visit the churches and, the local businesses and things like that. The community of Clarksdale is going to fuel us. So to know that they're behind us, supporting us, it's going to drive this season. So I think it's extremely important for our players that the community is behind us.
Okay, great. And the community is behind you.
Thank you.
As well as you, Coach Cannon. Now, looking ahead for Coach Cannon, when you think about a successful season, what does that look like to you beyond just wins and losses?
The wins and losses are athletically, we do want to win, more wins than losses. Championship is our ultimate goal on the court. But that don't define the season. It will only be one winner, and sometimes you fall short, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to win a championship. But the ultimate win is graduation. And since I've been here, we graduated 22 sophomores. Everybody's moved on, whether it's academically or athletically, to a four-year institution. Being in the community, having high character off the court, all that define a success in a season. So wins and losses are judged on the athletic side, but what do you do off the court and making sure these guys are growing and maturing as young men and graduating is the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate win, graduation.
Well said. Okay, now we'll start the student questions. We'll start with the women's basketball team. How would you describe this year's team in one word and why?
I would describe this year's team as resilient because when we are having a rough time, we have to learn to pick on each other and pick each other up and always stay energetic and bounce back.
All right. And what's your personal goal for this season?
I would say to be different because last year I don't feel like I played my full potential and I feel like my confidence got in the way of that. So this year I would say my goal is to be better and play like I know I can play and most importantly be there for my team when I step on the court.
Okay, great. And who's the biggest motivator or hype leader on the team? AKA, who's the loudest?
Well, I feel like everybody hypes each other up, motivates each other, but the main one would be Serenity. She's the loudest on the court, outside the court. It's just good energy all around.
That's great. And what's your go-to hype song before tip-off?
I'll say our go-to hype song would be Webby Flow by Big Yabo. It's very energetic and gets us pumped up for the game.
Nice. All right. For the men's basketball team, what's your favorite moment or memory so far as a Coahoma Tiger?
My personal favorite memory so far would be when I had a game winner at the first Jamboree. It was just a good moment for the whole team.
Okay. If you could play one-on-one with any NBA or WNBA player, who would it be and why?
Me and a few of my teammates have already played and gave major buckets to a former NBA player. Kawhi, where you at?
All right. So back to the not WNBA. Back to the women's basketball team. What's your signature move on the court?
My signature move, everybody already know it, but I still get them every time. It's a Euro to the goal. You feel me?
Nice. And how has it, being at Coahoma, helped you grow on and off the court?
Being at Coahoma has helped me grow on and off the court by allowing me to step out of my comfort zone. I used to get really nervous at times, but talking every day at practice, in the team leadership sessions, and in the classroom, I have grown.
Great. And And last question to the men's basketball team. What's your message to Tiger fans this season?
Tiger fans, I'm telling y'all don't want to miss it this year. We're going to come out, give y'all a show. Y'all just show us some love.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, now we're going to the media questions.
Let's start with both. This is for both the coaches. If you could kind of for both the coaches, if you could break down like how many freshmen, how many sophomores you have. You know, are you a young or experienced team? And whichever that is, how will that help you succeed this year?
For the women's team, we're pretty inexperienced. We have 5 freshmen and 5 sophomores. And that's actually a good number, you know, good even split. But our sophomores, you know, a lot of them came in last year. They were on some pretty good teams. And so their minutes, they did get some minutes, but their minutes may have been a little bit limited. So they're still learning and they're work in progress, but they're showing some really good leadership for us this year.
We have 7 sophomores, 6 freshmen. It's kind of mixed in and balanced, but we've been going at it for quite some time. And I think with the leadership of our sophomores, it's helping our freshmen come along and it's helped balance out this team. We'll be all right.
What would you consider, again, for the coaches, and we're going to get to the players next a little bit, would you consider your strengths? Would you consider yourselves inside team, outside team, you know, like where you were shooting, rebounding, defense, offense, or maybe a mixture of all those things?
We're pretty well-rounded, you know, in terms of women's basketball, but our identity is always going to be defense, you know. That's going to be our strength. That has to be the thing that's going to carry us game to game.
Kind of what Coach Faulkner just said, we're hanging our hats on defense. If we can shut people down, defend, we can play and win against anybody. But at the same time, we're going to get out and run the floor. We will score the ball. We can score inside, we can score outside, we can put it on the floor. We just going to play a fundamental basketball game.
Okay, now let's get to the players. Actually, this one is one that somebody else gave to me, which I'm getting. Let me see if I can pronounce your name right. Ari Foot, the middle. This is from ESPN Tom, and he told me to ask you this. How does it feel to be a returning leader on the team?
Okay, that's going to be for Ari Foot.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta just work harder for my team and push more, motivate more, because it's more freshmen on the team. So, you know, I just gotta step up and be there for my team every step of the way.
This, I guess, be for all the sophomores, men and women. How would you say that, like, you know, I mean, your program, you both had success, but what's going to be? What are some things that you're bringing back that are going to continue the success you have, and what are some things that are unique about the teams you have right here that are going to make this group for this upcoming year, stand out and do a good job? This, I guess, we'll start with the sophomores, and then we'll get to the, with that, and then I'll ask the freshmen something.
This year group, I feel like we honestly, like, we better than the last year group in terms of like how we playing. Like how we gel together, the brotherhood we got really just was gonna set us apart.
Okay, yeah, all the sophomores. So yeah, I guess kind of yeah. We can get the same question for all the sophomores, men and women, please.
I'm not a returning sophomore, so.
Okay, yeah, for the returning. When I said returning players, I said that wrong. It's my fault.
All right, this team from last year is all 3 of us. We're returning. We got the experience, and like really just our bigs can stretch the floor this year, and yeah, it's gonna be a good season.
I feel like our chemistry a little better than last year. The sophomore gonna help the freshmen with the physicality part of playing, and we just.
I would just say it's just a completely different team. Got a new coach, new teammates. Even the sophomores are new. We only got 2 returners, so that's all I can really say.
Piggybacking off of what she said, it's just a new start, a fresh new team. So we just got to come in ready to work.
Okay. Now we've talked to the sophomores about, or the returning people. So now for the new people, whether you're sophomore or freshman, this is for all the new people to the roster. Talk about the adjustment process, you know, getting used to the campus, getting used to the team and what the adjustment's been like and how you're anticipating that first game as a CCC Tiger and Lady Tiger.
Yeah, I would say adjusting to the program and everything has been definitely a bit of a challenge. You know, it's a lot more work here. You know, we get stuff done, but everybody over here is pretty friendly. Everybody over here, it's a good community, so it wasn't too much.
Just maybe one more. Are you about?
I would say the transition from high school to a college freshman has been challenging, but I got to keep pushing and putting in the work.
I would say the adjustment for me has been different. I kind of thought of coming here and being like following previous leaders, but I have been in positions where I have to like step up to the plate and be different and be myself at the same time. So yeah.
This is going to be the last question for me, and it's going to be for anybody who wants to answer this, coaches, players, both. How do you measure your success? Like, is it maybe if you beat a certain opponent, if you're doing something, how long is it going to take? Talk about, you know, as the season progresses, if you know if you're on the right track or not, or if you need to make, you know, corrections.
In terms of success, we set goals, and you gauge your level of success is based on, you know, you reaching your goals, you know, and like Coach said earlier, it's about more than just wins and losses. You know, if your kids are graduating, if they're getting better, improving, if they're becoming better people, then you're winning. Thank you.
All right, thank you for those wonderful questions to our men and women of basketball. And on behalf of the president, the athletic department, and OCM, thank you for coming out tonight to support our basketball teams. And please stay and support the Tiger Madness event at 6 o'clock. We ask you all to stay for that, and there's a photo shoot right after. All right, and I believe that is all. That's all. Thank you, and have a great night.
Thank you.